You know, when an open mic comic, like, starts out with some safe puns, gets a polite chuckle, and then takes this wild swing into offensive territory.
Oh, yeah. And the whole room just goes dead silent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to today's deep dive. We're looking at a really fascinating chat log where an AI basically did exactly that. It attempted comedy and just completely bombed.
Right. It totally misread the room.
Yeah. But then, crucially, it actively corrected itself based on user friction. So for you listening, this is a perfect lens into how machine humor derails and how human feedback actually steers it back on track.
Definitely. And looking at this progression, as researchers, it gives us a really clear map. Because the log shows the AI didn't actually start off swinging wildly.
No, it started pretty tame, right?
It did. It opened with a safe phone pun, just, very standard text generation. Then it escalated a bit to this slightly more complex programmer humor based on Boolean logic.
Okay, so let's unpack that escalation. It tests the waters with safe material, moves to a niche logic joke, and then totally miscalculates. Why does that happen? I mean, why does moving from structured logic to social humor cause the model to step on such a huge landmine?
That's the core issue, really. Structured logic relies on fixed rules. Social humor, on the other hand, requires navigating cultural nuance.
Right.
And for a language model, that means navigating massive, messy clusters of human interaction. So for its third joke, the AI pulled this 20 minutes punchline.
Ugh. The tired stereotype of a husband trying to avoid his wife.
Exactly. It just walked right into a misogynistic trap.
And the user immediately called it out. But what's really interesting to me here, looking at the log, is the user's typo.
Oh, right. The misspelling.
Yeah. They spelled it Myspganistic with a P. But the AI still instantly recognized they were flagging gender bias. How does it even do that?
So that is the power of subword tokenization and semantic proximity. The neural network isn't actually looking at the word as a single dictionary entry.
It breaks it down.
Right. It breaks that misspelled string down into chunks. So even with that P instead of an O, the surrounding tokens and the broader context of the joke place that input incredibly close to the concept of misogyny.
Oh, and it's high-dimensional space.
Spot on. It fuzzy matches the intent perfectly.
Wow. Okay, but recognizing a typo is one thing. The log shows the AI then immediately apologizing. It actually labels its own joke a lazy trope and acknowledges it was punching down.
Which sounds very self-aware.
Yeah. So I have to ask, does a mathematical model actually know it's punching down? Like, is it demonstrating true comprehension of the harm, or is it just successfully categorizing the user's frustration?
It's definitely the latter. It doesn't possess underlying empathy. It's just mapping the user's input to clusters of text in its training data where, figure jokes were criticized.
Oh, so it's just mirroring the expected apology.
Pretty much. By doing that, it dynamically updates its in-context boundaries. It isn't rewriting its core neural network weights. Its base parameters remain exactly the same.
So it's just a temporary fix for that specific chat session.
Right. It takes that pushback and adjusts the probabilistic weights of its vocabulary just for the remainder of that interaction.
That is wild. So unlike a human comedian who reads a room and just, gets sweaty, the AI is literally recalculating the probability of its next token in real time.
Just to avoid another negative response, yeah.
Right. And the log shows it deciding to be a, quote, grounded, helpful collaborator. It explicitly states it's moving away from those specific stereotypes.
And by defining what it won't do, it narrows its search space. It pushes itself toward more clever observational wordplay.
It's using the interaction to construct a better alignment.
Exactly, a much more sophisticated in-context alignment for whatever it outputs next.
So for you, the listener, the next time you ask a chatbot for a joke, think about this. Are you actively training it to develop sharper observational humor just by rejecting its initial low-hanging fruit?
You really are. User feedback serves as the ultimate guardrail here. Because without everyday users pushing back on those stale patterns, these models risk cultural stagnation.
They just keep looping the same bad jokes.
Exactly. They would endlessly loop the flawed data they were trained on. We are essentially the editors of their worldview.
Which brings us right back to that initial bomb on stage. The model only reached for that husband-avoiding wife setup because it learned what a joke is by scraping human conversations.
That is the training data, after all.
Right. So if we supplied the training data, what does the AI's first misguided attempt at comedy really say about the jokes we humans have been telling each other for decades? Something to mull over until next time.